Hello and welcome to one more episode of Quantum Tutorials. In the previous episode, we have created a project of type reference architecture extensions. Now, in this episode, let's create the UI for our news app. As we can see here, this is the new project that we have created for the news app. This is of type reference architecture extensions. In this project, currently we don't have any forms created. This is the default form that got created when we created this project. Let us create the UI for our news app as part of this episode. As we can observe here, a default app group is created for the forms inside our application. We can create multiple groups under forms representing each module or functionality that we want to have as part of our application. Let's rename the default app group as news. As we rename the app group as news under the forms, you can observe that under controllers, the group automatically got renamed as news. Corresponding to the form 1 that we have under the news group of the forms, we have the form 1 controller and the form 1 controller actions. Let's rename the form 1 to give an appropriate name. I am creating the form name as FRM news. Correspondingly, the controller associated with the form also got renamed. As of now, we don't have any reference architecture extension components. We don't have the presentation controllers and business controllers created as part of this application. In a later episode, we are going to look at how we'll create these reference architecture extensions and what is the functionality that we are going to implement as part of those. So let's create the UI for our news app. Here is a mock-up screen that shows how we want to have the UI for the FRM news form that we have created. At the top, we want to have a placeholder for displaying the logo of the channel and the list of news types so that the user can click on one of the news type and he can retrieve the articles associated with that news type. And this section shows the list of news articles for the selected news type. This is the UI that we want to create as part of our FRM news form. Let us go to the assets section of our application and import the logo that we want to use as part of our form. We'll import this PNG file under the commons section of the assets. In another episode, we'll talk about what are these different sections that we have under assets and what is the scenario in which we'll make use of these various sections. As of now, we'll put the logo PNG file as part of the commons section inside the assets. Right click and choose this option import images and select the image that we want to use as part of our application. Click on open. The image will get imported into your assets section. If we expand commons, we should be able to see the new image that we have imported. So whenever you create a new project, the first action that we want to perform is to import all the resources or assets that we want to use as part of our application. These assets can be PNG files, some video files or audio files, or they can be some custom font files that we want to use as part of our application. So all these assets that we want to bundle as part of our application, we can import them into this assets section of our application. Next, let us create the skins. Skins define the look of our application. The background colors, the font sizes, the font family that we want to use. All these are defined by using the skins inside the application. From the mockup screen, we are able to see that we want to have a background color with the dark gray and the background color with the light gray. For each of the news types, we want to have this semi gray color for the buttons that we have here. So all these should be created as skins inside the application. Let me close the form that is opened in the app canvas. I am creating the skins under the default theme. If you observe here, whenever we create a project inside Visualizer, Visualizer creates a default theme for that project. Under this default theme, for each type of widget that we have, there are some default skins that are created by the Visualizer. In the same default theme, I am going to create the new skins for various widget types that I am going to use as part of my UI inside this project. So definitely I will be using the Flex container. So I am going to create some skins for the Flex container. Follow an appropriate naming convention for each component that you create as part of your application. So I am following a naming convention that each skin that I create will be prefixed with skn followed by the type of widget for which the skin is available and some logical name for that skin. I am changing the background color here. So that's one of the skin that I have created for the Flex container. Let us create one more skin for the Flex container. With the light color background. So that's the second skin that we have created for the Flex container. We will be using buttons for displaying the news types inside the application. For each button, let us create the normal skin and the focused skin. The normal skin will be used when the button is displayed on the screen. When the end user interacts with the button, when his finger is in focus with the button which is there on the UI, the skin that we want to show or apply to that button will become the focused skin. So let's create two skins under the button type of widget. I want to have these buttons with rounded corners. So I am defining the border, and definitely I don't want to have the border to be shown just for having the rounded corners shape for the button borders. I am defining the borders, but I am making the opacity as 0 so that the border will not be shown, and the style as rounded corners. Or even we can use the custom and we can define the radius. So this is one of the skin that we have created for the button type of widget. Let's create one more skin for the button type of widget. So this skin that we have created, we will be using as a focused skin. I'll duplicate this skin that we have created and rename the new skin. I'll change the opacity of the background as 0. This skin that we have created SKN BTN2, we want to use it as the normal skin for the button, and the skin SKN BTN1, we want to use it as the focused skin for the button. So like this, you can create the skins for various widgets that you are going to use as part of your application. We can even create skins as we progress creating the UI of the application. So now let's start creating the layout for FRM news form. I'm opening the FRM news form. In this FRM news form, I'm going to make the layout type of the form as flow vertical. I'm making the layout type of the FRM news form as flow vertical, as I have all these widgets, the logo and the news types and the articles list, all these are placed vertically one after the other. So that's the reason I am making the FRM news forms layout type as flow vertical. I am putting a flex container into this FRM news form. Let's change the dimension properties and the layout properties of the flex container. I am using an image widget inside this flex container to show the logo. I am positioning this image widget at the center of this flex container. I am selecting the PNG file that I want to show as part of this image widget. For the flex container that we have used, I am applying one of the skins that we have created under the flex container type of widget. Now let's have a flex scroll container. So we are using the flex scroll container to show the list of news types that we want to support as part of our application. So the idea is inside this flex scroll container, we'll have buttons placed, each button representing the news type that we want to support as part of our application. For this flex scroll container, I want to have the layout type as flow horizontal. The reason is, if we look at the mockup screen, all the news types are horizontally placed one after the other. So I am making the flex scroll container as flow horizontal so that I can have all the news types placed horizontally one after the other. I am changing the vertical bounces as off and also the vertical scroll indicator as off, and horizontal bounces I am making it as on, because in this flex scroll container we'll have a horizontal scrolling rather than the vertical scrolling. Let's create a skin for this flex scroll container. I am copying the same background color that we have used in the SKN FLX BG1 skin of the flex container, and I am going to use the same skin for the new skin that we are creating for this flex scroll container. So now inside this flex scroll container, I want to have a button. Let's adjust the position properties and dimension properties of this button. I want this button to be aligned in the center of this flex scroll container vertically. So I am making the center Y as 50%. I am making the width of this button as preferred, so that the width is defined based on the content which is there inside that button. And I want to have a space between the text that is displayed in the button and the edges of the button. So that is defined by using the padding. So the space that we want to have in between the text that is displayed in the button and the edges of the button is defined by this property called padding. So I am changing the right padding and left padding. Let's give a proper ID for this button. And let's change the skin, the normal skin for this button. And let's also change the focused skin for this button. Let us change the font size in the skins that we have created for the buttons. As we can see here, the font size looks bigger than the expected. Let us also change the border radius and the background color for the skin so that it will look near to the mockup screen that we have looked at. So I am changing the background color. So that skin looks better. Let's change the text that we want to display as part of this button. So now that we have created this button, so we can simply duplicate and create the rest of the buttons that we want to have for supporting the various news types inside our application. So now we have created the buttons for supporting the various news types that we want to support as part of our application. So this is how the UI of the FRM news looks like in the current state. In our next episode, let us look at creating the UI for showing the list of articles on this FRM news form by using the segment widget and segment widget templates. Thank you.